What's up YouTube, welcome back to another video on my channel Skotrix, and today as you can see we are back on NBA 2K21 Next Gen for another build guide video. And in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to build the best Julius Randle build in NBA 2K21 Next Gen. This build is super good. It has amazing finishing, playmaking, defense, and shooting, and it also has really good physicals, so it is a super good all-around slashing, defending, power forward type of build. And I'm going to show y'all how to build it right here. But before I get into the video, I just want to mention really quickly, if y'all haven't subscribed to my channel yet, make sure you click that sub button. Only about 2% of people who watch my videos are actually subbed to my channel, so if you click that subscribe button right now, you can join the 2% gang. I really appreciate it, helps out a lot. But with all that being said, without any further ado, let's get right into the video here. Alright, so in this first screen, nothing really matters too much. The only thing that's important is you want your position to be a power forward. The hand, jersey number, name, none of that matters. You can set that up however you want. Then just go ahead and click continue. Now for the body settings for this build, first off for the height, you want to go down to 6'8". This is Julius Randle's height in real life, and it's also the best height to make this build. It just makes it really good all around. As you can see, you get really good defense all around, so you'll be able to guard every position. Your ball handle goes up, so you'll be able to get pro dribble moves at 98 or 97 overall, and also your finishing, shooting, physicals, all of that goes up. So really good right here at 6'8". Perfect height for this build. That's where you want to be for sure. Then you can go down to the weight right here. For weight, you just want to move this down a few pounds, down to 241. And the reason you move it down here is so that you can get your speed up to an 80, and you basically lose nothing else. If you move it up even one, you lose that speed. If you move it down, not really any point, you don't gain any more speed. So 241 pounds right there. You can gain more speed if you move it way down, but I don't think that's really worth it. So 241 pounds, that's the perfect spot where you want to be, just like that. Then go down to the wingspan right here, and for this you do want to move this down also just 1 inch to a 7'1" wingspan. The reason you move it down is so that you can bring up your ball handle, so you can get pro dribble moves at 97 overall instead of 98 overall, because it is a lot easier to maintain 97 overall. And the only other thing that really changes is your dunk goes down by 2 and your 3-pointer goes up by 2, so kind of just a trade-off there. It's really not a big deal. If you have your dunk right here, you're still going to get every single good finishing badge. You're still going to be able to get all the contact dunks. So 7'1" right here, perfect spot for the wingspan. Just leave it like that. And then for the body shape, this doesn't matter. You can really choose whichever one you want. Won't affect the build in any way. All it does is change how the build looks. Won't change the badges, won't change the attributes. So you can choose whichever one you want. For me, I'll probably just go ahead and take solid because I think it's probably the most similar to Julius Randle. So I'll pick solid for this build, but again, you can choose whichever one you want. Won't affect the build in any way. Just choose the one you like the look of the most. Then go ahead and click continue. Now for the attribute and badge distribution right here, first off for the finishing, you're going to want to go ahead and move your driving layup up to a 90, which is one below max. Then max out your driving dunk, standing dunk, and post control just like that, and that will give you 19 finishing badges. And like I said, every single good finishing badge onto Hall of Fame basically, except pretty much Slithery Finisher. But that's okay, this build will be able to unlock Slithery Finisher at either 97 or 98 overall, so that's really when you unlock the maximum potential for this build, because that's also when you get pro dribble moves. And yeah, 97 overall is really where you get this build up to all the way the best build it can be. But it will be really good off the rip. As you can see, you got every single good finishing badge. Your finishing attributes are really good, so it's not like you need this build to be 97 overall to be good. It's basically like it just goes Super Saiyan at 97 overall, but up until then it's still good. So just leave your finishing just like this, you'll be good. And then go down to shooting right here. For shooting, you want to max out your mid-range, you want to max out your 3-pointer, and then you want to bring your free throw up right here to a 36, and that will give you 12 shooting badges. Obviously not the best shooting build in the world, but you can get every single good shooting badge onto either Gold or Hall of Fame, so that's good. And 12 shooting badges really isn't that bad. Once you get them all, you will for sure be able to shoot with an 87 3-pointer and a 90 mid-range. No problem, you will be able to shoot even better than Julius Randle in real life, so just set up your shooting just like that and you'll be good. Then go down to the playmaking right here. For the playmaking, you want to max out your ball handle, speed with ball, and then you want to put your pass accuracy up right here to a 65, and this will give you 12 playmaking badges as well, which is the perfect amount. I will show you how to put on the badges at the end of the video, and as you can see, you can get every single good playmaking badge basically onto Hall of Fame. Some of them you can only get onto Gold, but some of these gold badges will actually go up to Hall of Fame once you get above 95 overall, so that's good as well. You'll also see which badges get up to Hall of Fame at the end of the video if you stay till then when I show to put on the badges, but for now the playmaking just like this will be good. The pass accuracy at 65, that's more than enough. You will be able to complete every single pass in the game. You'll have absolutely no problem making passes with a 65, so just go ahead, leave that like that. Then go down to the defense. For the defense, first off for interior, you want to move this up to a 45, then you want to max out every single other defense attribute just like that, and that will give you 25 5 defense badges. And as you can see, you can get clamps, intimidator, which will be able to get up to Hall of Fame once you get above 95 overall, and basically every single other good defense badge onto Hall of Fame right off the rip. So you're going to be a super good lockdown defender. You can guard every single position from speed boosting point guards basically all the way to post scorers. So you're going to be a super good defender with this build, just like this. This is super good. You don't need your interior defense any higher. All this really does is prevent you from getting dunked on as much as possible, and 45 is really good enough for that. You don't need it any higher, so just leave that just like that. Then you want to go down to your physicals, max out your speed, acceleration, stamina, and then put your remaining attributes right here into your vertical, get that up to an 84. And yeah, that's the final attribute setup for this build. As you can see, really good overall. There's basically only one thing in every category that you don't have maxed out. Close shot, not important. Free throw, not important if you're playing the park. If you are playing the rec, you might need this, but I mean, it's not the end of the world. I've played rec without builds that can shoot free throws. Not the end of the world. You can still play it. Pass accuracy, that's good enough. Interior defense, that's good enough. And strength, you don't need it. So basically, you have every single attribute that you need on this build. Tons of badges. Really good all around build. So just go ahead and say yes once you have it all set up like that. Now for the takeover right here, this is really personal preference. You have the option between the slasher, shooter, lockdown, and glass cleaner takeovers. For me, I'm probably going to go ahead and take a slasher as the primary. Probably either finishing moves or easy blow bys. I'll go with finishing moves. And then for the glass cleaner takeover, I'll go with the see the future for my secondary. But you can choose whichever ones you want. Whatever one fit your playstyle and your preference is the best, choose those takeovers. And remember, you can change them once you get to 95 overall. So for me, just go ahead and say yes like that. And as you can see right here, boom, 3-level scorer, shades of Chris Webber, Anthony Davis, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. But I really compare this build to Julius Randle. I think it's very similar to him, especially with how he's been playing lately. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you how to put on the badges for this build. Like I said, I recommend you stick around for this. It'll only take a second, and it will show you not only which badges to put on for this build, but it will show you which badges that showed as gold on the previous screen actually can get up to Hall of Fame. So first off, for the finishing badges right here, you're going to want to go ahead and get Posterizer all the way up to Hall of Fame. If you took a slashing takeover like me, you're going to want Heat Seeker all the way up to Hall of Fame. Lob City Finisher all the way up to Hall of Fame, Slithery Finisher all the way up to Hall of Fame. Like I said, you do have to be 97 or 98 overall to get that. And then with these last few badges right here, you're just going to want to put Putback Boss onto Bronze and Acrobat onto Silver, just like that. This is the best way to set up the finishing badges for this build. Go ahead and say yes. Now for the shooting badges right here, first off, you're going to want to get Deep Threes onto Gold. Then you're going to want to go ahead and get Hot Zone Hunter all the way up to Hall of Fame, Blinders onto Bronze, Catch and Shoot onto Silver, and Rhythm Shooter onto Silver, just like that. This is going to be the best way to set up the shooting badges for this build. You will be a very consistent shooter like this. You could also put into Fade Ace if you want to be able to shoot post fades. You could just take down Catch and Shoot and Rhythm Shooter and put Fade Ace onto Hall of Fame, but otherwise this will be the best shooting badge setup for you. Just go ahead and say yes. Now for the playmaking right here, first off, you're going to want to go ahead and get Quick First Step onto Gold, Handles for Days onto Hall of Fame, Unpluckable onto Silver, which is all you're going to need it onto, and then Bullet Passer onto Gold, just like that. This is going to be the best way to set up the playmaking badges for this build. There are a few other good ones. Once you get Pro Dribble moves, you may want some dribbling ones, so you could take down Bullet Passer and instead invest into Ankle Breaker, Space Creator, and Tight Handles all onto Bronze, just like that. But for me, I think it's better just to set it up like this, so I'm just going to go ahead and confirm it like that. Now for the defense badges right here, first off, you're going to want to go ahead and get Clamps onto Gold, Intimidator onto Hall of Fame, gets up to Hall of Fame above 95 overall, like I said. And then you're going to want to go ahead and get, if you took a defensive takeover, you're going to want Hot Stopper next. So I took the Glass Cleaner takeover, so that's what I'm going to get. Then Interceptor all the way up to Gold. And then I'm going to go ahead and get Chase Down onto Bronze, Rebound Chaser up to Hall of Fame, Rim Protector onto Gold. You really only want it onto Gold. You don't want this all the way up to Hall of Fame. And then with these last few badges right here, I'm going to go ahead and put Heart Crusher onto Silver and Box onto Bronze, just like that. This is going to be the best way to set up the defense badges for this build. Just go ahead and say yes. You'll be able to guard every single position with those badges. And yeah, there you guys go. That's how you build the best Julius Randle build in NBA 2K21 Next Gen. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you like, sub to my channel if you're new. Like I said, only 2% of people who watch my videos are actually subbed to my channel. So if you click that sub button right now, you can join the 2% gang. I really appreciate it. It helps out a lot. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Alright, peace.